All right.
Okay.
And I spoke with Angela Merkel today. I spoke with many of the leaders over the last 4 or 5 days. They all view us as the world leader, and they're following us.
Hold on.
Oh, wow.
Oh my god.
That's ridiculous.
Are they mass graves?
Even third world countries like Senegal, where I'm from, is not like this right now.
Anybody that needs a test gets a test. They're there, and the tests are beautiful.
It's a nightmare. First denied testing, twice denied ER admittance. Iowa man dies of COVID-19.
That's just cannot be. When a person wants to do a test and it gets denied.
In South Korea, either you can do drive-through test or you can even do walk-through test, which looks like a phone booth and you just go in.
Germany tests are for free. I think we tested like 350,000 people a week.
I don't think anyone in New Zealand was denied a test. If you had even the slightest symptoms, it was, here's a COVID-19 test, please make sure you're okay.
You know what? Staying at home leads to death also.
Whoa. You have this amount of person in a beach?
I remember seeing those pictures and sitting in Germany and worrying about the world going down.
It's a contagious, come on everybody.
There's some young people who are still converging on the beaches of Florida for spring break. Now the state governor, what does he say? He says he's not going to shut down beaches amid the outbreak.
Yeah, I don't think Americans know what a lockdown is.
France, Germany, UK,
Bulgaria, Cyprus,
Zimbabwe, Angola, Uganda,
Luxembourg,
Russia, Italy,
Albania, Montenegro, India, Iran,
Eritrea, Guinea-Bissau, Nepal.
Oh, okay, that's a lot.
So in Singapore, for example, we've got fines if we don't follow the rules.
Here in Jordan, you couldn't leave your house. You couldn't even leave, like, you couldn't even walk downstairs to your neighbor. You weren't allowed to.
I understand that they're feeling worried about, the small businesses that they've spent their lives building. I understand that. But you can rebuild that. You can't give someone their life back.
Well, I think the economy is going to do very well. Now, that's just my feeling.
Here in the United Kingdom, the government is paying up to 80% of the wages of people who can't do their jobs.
In Germany, you got 5,000 for 3 months.
The Singapore government subsidized 75% of all the citizens' wages.
If your adjusted gross income is $75,000 a year or less, you will get a full $1,200 check from the U.S. government.
Yeah, it's just a one-time payment.
When you have to pay your rent, your food, your medical cares, that's not that big.
On May 8th, official figures on unemployment were released.
Oh, that's part of the graph. Jeez.
I thought that was like the end of the page, like a border.
No way. Oh my god.
Did I read that right? 20.5 million jobs.
Pandemic is also causing many to go hungry. Thousands have been forced to wait for hours in long lines at food banks all across the country.
No.
Whoa. Whoa.
What?
It's really shocking. A superpower like the US being at this point like a third world country.
So, supposing we hit the body with a tremendous, whether it's ultraviolet or just very powerful light, and I think you said that hasn't been checked, but you're going to test it. And then I said, supposing you brought the light inside the body, which you can do either through the skin.
Oh my god.
It's
And we have to get our country open, Jeff.
You say, sir, what metrics you will use to make that decision?
The metrics right here.
The metrics right here.
Right here.
We see the shit he says, we see the decisions he makes, and it's funny, but when it comes to something as serious as this, it's not funny anymore.
Are they mass graves? I'm sorry, America has mass graves.
Oh my god, yeah. So I've never seen this.
What the hell? I am covered in goosebumps right now.
Same.
Okay, so by May 5th, the United States has endured over 68,000 coronavirus deaths, more than 14 times that of China.
China, like densely populated China.
It cannot be that. Really?
It's over 100,000 now.
I really didn't know. I feel so sorry for the people.